Ace, where are you going? Where are you going? The camera autofocuses, and every time it autofocuses, Ace looks at it like, what the heck? You know what's sad? Today, Heavy is,
You're not Heavy.
Heavy is not feeling well. I think he hurt his leg. We went to the fair, actually, the fair that I got that banana at, and I think that Heavy freaked out in the house because he was scared that we were gone and, like, sprained his leg. That's the story that I'm going by. So we're gonna take him to the vet at, like, 4 o'clock today. Hopefully it is his leg, and it isn't that he ate something like a battery or something like that. So that would be terrible. So here's Ace. Oh, and I still have the banana. I meant to go and get that. There he is. Can you see? Okay, there we go. Well, guys, as you can see from clicking on this video, this is going to be I can't talk. This is going to be a Ask Jordan episode. I'm going to answer your questions. So, yes, I haven't done that in a while. If you consider the Jordan Reacts to YouTube Comments video an Ask Jordan episode, then, you know, more power to you. But if not, this is like the first time I've done an Ask Jordan in like a month, so I'm ready to go. What was the last movie you saw in a theater? I saw Insurgent at the $2 theater around where I live. By the way, great movie. I loved it better than I expected. But guys, weirdest thing, okay? It was at the $2 theater, so I saw it really late because they get all the movies that are already out of theaters. And 3 days after I got done seeing this movie, there was a man, and this was like top news, like national news, trending on Twitter and on Facebook and stuff, but a guy walked into this movie theater and had an axe and like that airsoft gun that everyone thought was a real gun, and then he like got shot by the SWAT team in the back of the theater and died. That happened at the theater that I was at 3 days before. So that was crazy and very scary, actually. So really weird. Do guys mind being asked out by girls? Ace, do you really have to do that? Pretty hard question to answer, honestly, because I can't speak for all guys. But if you're asking me if it's weird, I've never really been asked out by a girl before, and I've never really asked a girl out before. It was always just like we were good friends, and then it's like, oh, I guess that we're together, and then it was just what it was that way. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's what happens. Apple cider vinegar versus lavender oil, which is more useful? If I'd have to go with apple cider vinegar or lavender oil, I would have to go with apple cider vinegar. I mean, guys, just so many uses. Lavender oil is very good for like allergies and stuff like that. It's got a lot of good uses. But I mean, come on, how can I forsake the beloved apple cider vinegar? It would be against everything in me. Buy it. You need some. Do yourself a favor. You're welcome. What's the scariest thing that's ever happened to you? Alright, so this is a true story. A couple years ago, my family and I were on vacation and we were driving to Florida. And of course, I pack my beloved Blanky, aptly named Blanky, into the van to go on vacation with me. I've had this thing since I was born. Literally. This thing is so shredded and destroyed from years of baby Jordan use that my mom had to put it in a Scooby-Doo pillowcase so that it would survive longer. So being scared for Blanky's safety, of course, as we're driving in the van for 15 hours to South Florida, I'm gonna pack him away in the safest place I can think possible. So this van that we are traveling in is from the 90s. It is very old, so it is decked out in 90s glory. This van had a tube TV in it. I mean, that is still cool. Have you ever seen a van that had anything other than a flat screen TV in it? We used to play Super Nintendo on our way to Walmart. It doesn't get any better than that. Anyway, so of course the tube TV died a long time ago, and so we threw it away a long time ago. But still in its place to remind us of all of our Super Nintendo van traveling days, there is a hole where TV used to go. And so throughout the years of traveling in this van, that is where we would just naturally put stuff so that we would have more legroom. Well, the hole leads to the very top of the van. Like the hole, literally, the roof is right there. So I put Blanky in there for safekeeping. Why wouldn't I? And as we're driving, we're driving for like 11 hours at this point, I fall asleep. I'm tired. When all of a sudden, I wake up to this loud It literally sounds like the back of an airplane has ripped off and all of the air is blowing in all at one time. It was so loud. The roof of the van was, no joke, ripping off as we were driving 70 miles an hour down the interstate. I don't even know where the heck we are because I've been asleep for so long, and before I even know what I'm doing or if it's even safe, I instinctively rip off my seatbelt, dive into the hole that leads to the ripping roof where my beloved blankie is. Wind blowing in my face as the roof is ripping off the top of the van. Secure blankie in my arms as my dad slams on the brakes so that the roof doesn't blow off the van. I sit down with blankie and buckle up again, safe and sound. We pull off the nearest exit and we literally duct tape and ratchet strap the roof back down onto the van so that we can make the rest of the drive without dying. Horrifying. Blanky survived. Make the next viral cat video with your cats.
Meow. If you had to choose between apple cider vinegar or lavender, Meow. If you had to
Hey, Mimir. What do you think? Apple cider vinegar or lavender oil? Miracle. Lavender oil or apple cider vinegar?
Meow. If you had to choose between lavender oil and apple cider vinegar, which would you choose? It's a simple whatever.
Well, everybody, I hope that you enjoyed this week's episode. If you happened to miss last week's episode where I explain how I won this beautiful banana back here, click right there. If you want to read a blog post that I did about one of the songs on my album Long Drive, the song is called Listen, click right there. I have a bunch of different demos and I talk about how I created the song. If you want to buy that album, you can see these things over here, and there's actually no links over here, so go in the description so that you can go to iTunes, Amazon MP3, or Google Play.
It's my weekend for the banana.
No touchy!